enjoy.
Most excellent. Okay, both on YouTube. Let's put up a quick Tumblr ad.
There bloody well better be silly deaths.
And just putting up this Tumblr ad and then we'll be good to go. There might be some silly deaths. I was never as much of a silly death person as I know some people playing Dishonored are, who have turned silly deaths into an art form. Regional game plots, what does that involve? Ooh. Hang on, I just want to check something, because if we can have like Billy's regular powers and Dishonored 2 powers, then that would be great. Well, it just replaces her powers with Dark Vision, Blink and Domino fully upgraded. That's cool, but not really the point of this Let's Play stream.
Let's stream.
Let's do stream on.
My name is Billy Lurk, though there aren't many people who remember. For years, I stayed hidden, captain of a ship called the Dreadful Whale. I was a smuggler, fence, and maybe traitor, depending on who you ask. Our names are always overshadowed.
So there's a storm brewing.
Oh, I heard. A hurricane that won't be quite a hurricane by the time it arrives. It's not going to hit either of us, though, I think.
We're too far inland.
Yeah.
Apparently it's going to hit on the 30th anniversary of the Great Storm of 87.
Aww. It is the Great Storm of 87's child seeking vengeance.
The Great Storm of 87 killed 18 people.
Yes.
I left Dunlop and my own name behind. For years, I wondered if I was worth forgiving. For years, I laughed at myself for even wanting a killer's forgiveness. Sometimes mercy cuts deeper than any knife. Now I know that forgiving is something you do for yourself as much as for the people who hurt you. I know Dowd isn't come after, and I'm going to find him.
Bullshit.
For weeks, the same terrifying dream.
I now know that the forgiving is something you do as much for yourself.
Hey, don't talk shit about Billy. I love Billy.
Yeah, but
She
Billy
is the
thinks that
Phyllis of the
forgiveness
sea.
is for your benefit, not the benefit of the people who screwed you over. Which is, you know, what it's actually for.
Didn't you, dear? Now it's all I have left of you. Another relic from the old days.
Listen, Billy would never stab you and call you a darn good sport.
That boxing club in the Albarca Baths is my last lead. Doubt has
I don't know, she might.
And she probably wouldn't call you a darn good sport. What contracts can we
Depends
take
on how
for
much
this
she wanted
mission?
to hurt my feelings.
Burn the White Hound. And...
I'm trying to find all my little bits of fabric that I cut but didn't put in a sensible pile.
Industrial espionage. We'll
burglary, spy,
take both of those.
pockets. Dow taught me more than just killing. It can keep me afloat. For now. I've been searching for months. I know you're here, Dow. Somewhere.
A Varric penned novel about Dowd.
Good for him. Only the best people get novels written about them by Varric.
I'm not sure that's technically
And
true.
Anders.
I mean, Varric puts out a lot of novels. I don't actually know how he has time to do that when he's always adventuring.
Maybe he's ghostwriting. Oh fuck, he's not even writing these things. Just getting somebody else to do it for him. Cassandra's going to be so betrayed. So betrayed when she finds out.
The rats in this game are adorable. Listen to them.
I can't.
They sound adorable.
Is it like squeak, 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 squeak?
No, they say things. They can give you hints.
Oh, it's cute. Kill them all.
What good ratties.
I think you'll find they prefer the term rattos.
Oh, what good rattos. Now, luckily, in this game, there's no well, in this DLC, there's no chaos system, so we don't have to worry about murdering people. We can murder as many people as we like.
What do you mean, we?
You're helping.
No, I'm not.
All right. The old
I'm gonna make sarcastic comments. And say
Hey,
things like,
Ratties.
well, I'm grateful I can't hear this game because it being full of American accents despite its incredibly British aesthetic would drive me fucking mad. I mean, think about it this way. It'd be like having a game which is set in the Wild West, has a Wild West aesthetic, and every single fucking accent in it is British. Would anyone accept that? No, it would be too weird. Now I kind of want to make it. Out of spite.
Standard, standard. In this mission, we don't have any powers yet, so we need to be careful.
Could be a gimmick. But if they really do use magic...
I think you'll find you do have powers. Her years of experience.
I feel you, bro. Let me help you with that.
Isn't that more you though? Like I tell you to get boots and you could just come back with a single sock.
This is slander.
Yeah, one time you only changed your shoes because an Alsatian asked you to.
Oh, he was a good docker.
Eyeless? Did you just pickpocket a blind woman?
No, they're not literally eyeless. They're
How
part
the
of the
fuck did you
cult.
get the nickname?
Yeah.
Want your vitals stirred? Get some scarlet nightshade ointment. Rub it on your chest before the match. You'll
Scarlet nightshade? I tried black nightshade elixir once. Supposed to put strength in your swing. Rubbed it on and lost all feeling from the neck down for a fortnight. Numb as a dead cod. Couldn't walk or stand from piss without brushing sweat. Nah. I'll stick to Duffy's little jobs.
well, do what your gut says. But trust me, when you're getting carved up like a screaming piglet in the ring, you'll wish you'd tried my ointment.
Please stop looking at me so that I can steal from your friend. Stop staring. Hey, bud.
Outsider's eyes. Dowd. They're making him fight. I have to get him out of there. Look at you! Trapped like a hound in the pits.
It's locked. That area's private, get it? But I can let you in for, say, 100 coin.
Okay, 100 coin. It's got to be stuff we can pick up that's worth that around here.
Charlatans don't know spear fighting the
Stay out of sight in there. If you're spotted, we never met. Got it?
Only at the Spectre Club. I wonder if that's a private club for Isla's members.
Oh, you just let me in.
I'll see you in the forest.
I want you to bleed.
Maybe she didn't expect how you to go around attacking people. That bad game design.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that he's sulking because he likes the game and other people, you know, justify the myth that was loot boxes and the stupid sexy she-dog.
Another 20 bottles, she says. Like me, she says, all I do anymore is brew. Oh.
Charms, parlor tricks, and a handful of potions and t-shirts.
I once knew a kid who said his bone trying to make blood. It's backed off his skin.
How are the sales doing?
I imagine it from the getting okay sales.
Apparently on the PC version, people have managed to bullshit their way around the loot boxes to an extent.
That's good.
Wait. It's made out of rats. Ugh.
Must be somewhere above me after all. Oh, this should be it.
Oh yeah, apparently Captain Sparkles put up a video called Kidnapped and Held Hostage, presumably a Jake, and it was instantaneously demonetized.
Oh. What's the video called?
Kidnapped and Held Hostage.
I don't see why that would be demonetized on YouTube. It's weird about things.
Glenn's put up his first part of chapter 3 in Bending in the Ink Machine. I'm looking forward to watching it later. He says it sucks. Were any of us surprised?
What is Bendy and the Ink Machine?
It's a crappy first-person adventure game.
Ah.
Apparently it's meant to be horror-y as well. It's got an interesting idea behind it, but the execution's crap. Logic seems to be it's based on Fleischer Brothers things.
I've forgotten how to lean around.
Quick,
walls.
press Q. Shoulder buttons?
No, it's holding down something. And then... That's not it. Controls. Oh. It's triangle. Please don't see me.
Man, I need to play more Fear. $15 for bath salts? You fucking having me on? What the hell is this? Space NK?
It does seem like a lot. So I need to replenish my electrical bursts. Somehow I used up too many of them there. It's my own darn fault. I think there's another electrical burst in here.
Oh, hey, Chloe, do you want to hear a terrible pun? Okay, so you know, like, I'm a writer, right? Like, that's my primary thing I do. But it occurred to me that when I'm putting my quilt blocks together, they're not just any old quilt blocks, they're writer's blocks. I'm here all night. Probably because it's going to take that long to get through the Death of the Outsider.
I might just not be able to do that contract for the sole reason that I cannot find this fucking workshop.
I thought it was a terrible pun. That's why I made it up.
I knew you'd seek me out one day. I didn't think it would be like this.
You were hard to find. How did you end up here?
So let's talk somewhere else. The Eyeless have more secrets than you know.
I've got a ship. Well, what's left of it. The Dreadful Whale. It's docked below the Akantila repair station. Doubt I...
Say whatever you want to say, Billy. That you're here now is enough. I need your help.
Like old times?
Those days are gone. This is something bigger. One last job.
I can do it. Who's the mark?
The one responsible for it all. The cults. The black magic. This mark on my hand. We're gonna kill the black-eyed bastard himself.
What?
Soulless.
You want to kill the outsider?
That's not soulless.
Kill God.
What, Will I Am?
That's much better than my joke was.
Dowd can explain himself back on the Dreadful Whale.
Think you're smart? Oh, fuck you. Maybe you find freedom in your blade. No one here, apparently. Someone's shooting at us!
Justin Welby.
Oh, didn't he used to work in the city?
think so. Might have done. That doesn't seem like a particularly priestly place to work, but...
Well, you know, we went from one job where we earned money for doing basically nothing to another job where we earned money for doing basically nothing.
Ooh, harsh.
Hey, all you have to do is prove God exists and I'll take that joke back.
Some werewolf is like, my gods exist. Pay
Yes,
me.
all for your gods are bears. Well, also, why would I pay you, Wolfie, because your gods exist? Why don't I just pay them? Their terms are reasonable. 1 bottle of Waggle Dance a week. It contains 2 of their favourite things, beer and honey.
No, theoretically, I think we are meant to, like, stealth this section, and I just fucked it up. Considering that this is, like, the 3rd time I've done this mission, that's not a good sign for the rest of the game.
Nope. The most important thing you need to know about Justin Welby is that he's no, Rowan Williams.
Nah, Rowan Williams was great.
He's great. I don't think he's dead. I think he's still alive.
Rowan Williams would be rolling in his grave to hear you say that.
What, that he's not dead? Is he? I'm gonna look him up, just to make sure he's not dead, because Rowan Williams is the best. I mean, he was a bit of a wet blanket, but isn't that really what you want from a religious leader? No, he's still alive. I think one of our favourite things about Rowan Williams is he looks like he's a Discworld wizard.
When I first caught sight of
Does.
him, he was just a broken kid, staying alive out of spite. He cut the throats of 3
I like the implication in this cutscene that Dowd attacks the same way that Monokuma's in Danganronpa Another do, just barreling in from off screen at comedically appropriate moments.
And more than that, his skill, his time, his trust, and sometimes his secrets. Now he's not the man he was. Here in his final days, he's got wounds that won't ever heal and regrets as sharp as mine. I know how much that carves you up inside, but I found him, and he wants me to help him make up for a lifetime of sins by killing a god. The Abbey teaches us that the outsider preys on weakness, that the void is the source of doubt, heresy, and suffering, that the outsider is to blame for all our ills. Who knows? Maybe they're right. The same dream. My arm hacked away, my eye hollow and burning. It still aches. Let's hope it's not some kind of omen.
Let me tell you something about the void, Billy Lark. It touches the minds of the dreaming and the dying alike. And sometimes, dreams can only tell you what you wanted to forget.
I know who you are. Why are you here? What do you want from me?
People usually want something from
What
me,
in the void?
but you don't want my mark, do you, Billy?
Who else would be able to get into your fucking room?
The world was wounded around you, and you carry the scars. You will never be the same. I wonder if you'll like them.
What did it do? Of course he shows up. Shit! It took my arm and my face. Is it because of the dreams? Or doubt?
I feel like Dowd is being rather rude here. Like, hey, thanks for giving me those powers. Now die.
That was it a blessing or a curse?
It was a blessing.
The outsider
Okay.
did this.
Like, he had
Well,
cool
I can sort
powers.
that out.
It's not like he was forced to use them to kill people.
And he was never there. But I feel good.
He could have used his blink abilities to be the quickest postman in all of the Isles.
Leaving his mark.
It could have been the fastest post. He could have been the fastest milkman in the West.
Be careful. The outsider's gifts come with a price. You won't know until it's already been paid.
They didn't have much choice.
Neither do I. My connection to the void is fading. I've got to act soon. Before it takes me forever.
You found a way to do it.
See, now you look like that, Gray, that direction does rather sound like Wafer is just wanking off a bunch of chickens. That no, he's just draining them with blood. It's wholesome squeezing.
The knife that made the outsider. Thousands of years ago. It's here. In Karnaka.
A knife. So you want me to steal it?
Soon. First, we need to find out who leads the Atlas and where they keep that knife. They're powerful people, wealthy or noble or both. I don't know their names, but they all have an esoteric tattoo that sets them apart. Those low-ranking thugs at the boxing club talked about getting inked in the Red Camellia in the Upper Syria district.
I'll go there and see what I can find. Try to rest out.
I couldn't do this on my own anymore, Billy. Thank you.
The Red Camellia. Somebody on the rag.
We should find some snacks to heal up. Like some delicious Twingles.
And some sanitary towels for that poor woman.
Wait, why am I stealthing? There's no one here.
Aesthetic.
Time to sip some delicious coffee. Wow, so good. Excellent. I like it when people like my stuff. I finished writing episode 4 yesterday. What I found is that if it's not an awkward episode to do, I can easily churn them out at like a rate of 1 a day.
Why are you on a roller coaster?
Roller coasters are how all the cool kids get around. You would know that if you were a cool kid.
Fuck cool kids.
Generally, that is the idea, yes.
Oh my god, you social climber, you.
Yatta!
It's my stuff well written too. I mean, it may not be as well written because you know we can't all be Doug, but you know, is it decent?
I think your stuff is well written.
No, it's Harry isn't denying that his stuff's better than mine.
No, I totally like your stuff. It is good.
Harry's still not denying this.
Well, there's no non-awkward way to do that, so let's just steal this man's face and be done with it.
I don't know, you could be like, I don't know, I think we're on par with each other. It's okay, it's just a jape anyway.
The implication when we... Oh, did we steal this guy's face for nothing? I think we did. That poor man, he doesn't have a face anymore.
Face off.
Yeah, Dilly does have the power of face off. It's implied that they don't get their faces back. So, that man is now permanently sans face.
How does he eat?
I don't know.
Dishonored 3, the story of all those people whose Billy stole the faces from. As they desperately try and get their faces back.
Yoink. I think we can get into the Red Camellia around the back way. Why did I do that?
I miss my old cigar shop.
So, do you mind me talking fanfic on your stream, bro?
Nah, go for it.
Cool. I think it's some Dapper Daft Taliesin's just gonna be like playing in the
No need to wrap it.
makeshift tavern in Haven just because he's got fuck all else to do and is capable of not much. He is a wolf half the time.
Oh, a good wolf though.
At least I'm in a good district now. Someday
Ooh,
I'll-
familiar scent. That's going to be useful. Wolfhounds always give me trouble.
Farewell, and do think of us again.
Okay, what contracts can we get? Because we spent a lot of money. Split the insurance coin with whoever arranges the death of Georgie Botello, known as the Syrian Mime. He spends most days on Duchess Lysandra Avenue, not too far from Dead Man's Bluff. Make a famous suicide spot. Yeah, we'll take that. kidnapping people is tough. Just sounds like another... Yeah, we'll just do death to a mine, because that sounds like a simple one. So, what are you thinking about Taliesin again? I was distracted.
He's gonna be playing in the tavern at night because he's got a limited amount of ability things to do.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
He's basically just an over-enthusiastic dog during the day, so it's not like they can take him with them to do stuff.
I do think that's our man.
So who hired you to do this, Petinari?
Quite possibly.
Considering he's by a famous suicide spot, I was kind of assuming they want you to fake his suicide.
Yeah, I think they do. We'll use an electrical burst to knock him out.
Guards. I might look different, but they'll still recognize me from the posters. Best
We'll
avoid
just wait for these guards to disperse. Okay, someone saw me. That is fine.
Oh, suspicious looking woman who resembles the wanted posters is on the roof.
Okay,
She can't possibly be involved. I can't really even be bothered. I'm too lazy for japes.
Okay, so that didn't work out, but like, it's fine. It's chill. We'll get it right this time. Here's ass's grass and wear the lawnmower. Those guards don't appear to be coming this time. Okay, let's put on these bone charms. Familiar scent. Agility. That lady is a problem. You were only supposed to kill the mime, not everybody with him.
Yeah, but they're mime enablers, so...
Okay, we completed that contract.
Guards. I might look different, but they'll still recognize me from the posters. Best avoid them if I can.
It takes a little bit longer than that for somebody to drown.
Yeah, that he can be assumed to drown. I mean, he's unconscious and in a river, and he fell from a decent height. He dead, man.
Yeah. Nobody's going to be risking their lives to rescue a mime, are they?
No. Wolfhound. They shouldn't be too concerned with me. No, I've got that familiar scent.
Plague Spirit. The Eyeless's favorite drink, I guess. They even have their own saloon.
I can use her face later when I want to leave.
Billy, you need to stop taking people's faces off.
They love it. It ties in well to their Slenderman cosplays.
No, it's true.
What are they mixing these?
But there's more to life than Halloween and fucking conventions.
This must be where the Eyeless get inked. I always wanted to join a cult. Alright, if this is what it takes. Don't flinch.
What the fuck did he do to her arm?
He removed it and replaced it with one made out of materials from the void. He did the same with her eye.
Wait, those were ones she didn't have already, right?
She didn't have them. Then, in my playthrough of the game, in the time travel mission, I altered the timeline so that she had them. And that's why she was having dreams where she didn't have them.
I'm confused.
Okay, so she didn't
Don't
have
actually
them.
explain it to me.
No, I must.
No, please don't.
Sean Yun, the singer?
Seriously.
And City Administrator Ivan Jacoby. These are high-profile people. There's a third leader mentioned, but no name.
La la la, nothing suspicious about me, guys. I am just a young woman out on the town. We hello, guardsman. Let me just get somewhere where you won't see me. He saw me. I wish there was a thing that would tell you, like, how alert the guards are.
That's not right.
May I help you with something?
Yes, a drink. Let me in.
The Spectre is a private club. Are you a member?
Right here. See?
Yelena's work is getting sloppy. Nevertheless, you may enter.
See, I didn't realise the first time I played this that your tattoo would grant you entrance, so I ended up stealing another member's face and then using their face to get in. And, like, that worked, but this is a much simpler way of doing things.
Why do so many women in this cult have terrible hair?
Sometimes fashion is just like that. Okay, this guy's missing brother is upstairs. I mean, it's Dishonored. Nobody really has good hair.
I know, Billy's got pretty good hair.
Billy does have good hair. She is the Phyllis of the
Oddly
Sea.
straight, though.
Yeah.
It's 2017. Can you not do curls?
Said that tonight's vintage should be saved. Strictly for connoisseurs, he said.
Haha, strictly for connoisseurs.
I feel it singing through my veins. Oh, the exquisite pain. The veiled parts.
So, what's with these cult people? Oh wait, are they cultists for the outsider?
Not exactly. They're the ancient cult that originally created the outsider.
Oh, okay.
So they're void worshippers, not really outsider worshippers.
Like black nails clawing at my stomach. I can taste blood.
The deeper mystery surround me. The outsider watches,
Shan Yan says access to the walkway is invitation only today. Some sort of fancy private meeting. But the room turns around me. Ugh, I'm going to be sick.
I'm going to see if we can switch off their drugs. Maybe that'll make them more amenable to talking to us. I'll use your face later. Oh, they're getting blood infusions from someone who's dying. That's not hygienic.
Now they'll know what it's like on the other side.
I'm just going to quickly save. Just in case picking him up and carrying him out makes her attack me. It made her attack me.
Maybe we should knock her out first. Jesus Christ, that was excessive.
Okay, matey, come with me. Let's find wherever it is I'm meant to take you. Oh, you weren't even Alberto. Okay, you can stay here.
Yeah, I think Alberto's the guy in the bet, yeah.
Well, we learned something today. How the hell do I get out of here without alerting anyone? I can tell this is going to go horribly wrong. Excuse me, sirs, madams. Okay, never mind. We're not going to do this contract. It's too awkward.
Coward.
We've already done one contract. Okay, let's steal this man's face. Nope, nope, put him down. Yes, hello, I am a member of this club.
Sorry for the crinkling.
Love for Crink. I need to find some unsuspecting person who isn't using their face.
It's going to be difficult. Most people are using their faces at most times. I mean, I know I'm using mine right now.
Could you stop using your face so I could steal it?
No, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
I only want to use it for good, wholesome things.
Like murder.
Oh, I didn't mean to kill her. I actually meant to steal her face. That you can't steal the faces of dead people.
I mean, people who are legit not using them. How did that guy not notice that murder?
Don't know, but now I'm taking his face. Yes, hello, I am also a guard. Just on my way upstairs. Do some cool guard things. Ha ha ha. That's me. Don't turn around, don't turn around. Okay, good. That's a supply of faces I can
I hear this
use.
song everywhere. It's popular.
Yeah, well, essentially,
It's a song.
trying to get information from Dunwall Taylor Swift. He would very much like to be excluded from this narrative, but we have other ideas.
Ah.
Sean normally I'd have to pay a fortune to hear him sing, but that's not why I'm here.
Make that alcohol, it looks good.
Oh, this one. It's Ordon rum. And it's flammable. You're coming with me. Porterface.
Can't stay hidden forever.
Expensive hobby. This is a new one. The punch cards are already selling fast.
Excuse me, guard, just on my way to the dumbwaiter for innocent reasons.
Never seen a safe like that before. But I've cracked plenty. You should.
Da, 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 da.
Too hard.
What makes him Dunwall Taylor Swift? Does he only write breakup songs?
He's just a successful musician who's also involved in a void worshipping cult, just like Taylor Swift.
Ah.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, yes, there's another person we need to go get a key off. He's doing an auction. Or, no, he's doing a speech on not reclaiming graves. So many people are dying in Sarkonos that they want to dig up graves and replace them with new graves, and he's like, don't do that.
I mean, like the old, you bury people until they've rotted, and then you put their bones in a crypt.
Yeah. Sorry, Doggo-chan.
Reinspect the riverside drains.
Oh, that's a jolly good idea.
plaza, huh? I should pay Ivan Jacoby a visit.
Got your face.
Make sure that trapdoor stays closed. I don't want to fall through in the middle of my speech.
You heard, Mr. Jacoby. Close the damn trapdoor already.
Yes, sir. Citizens of Karnaka, I'm here today to demand the repeal of the reappropriation and burial of gravesite act. The reading
Have they considered cremation as an option?
I feel like we probably should be cremating people, if only because this empire keeps suffering from plagues. Like, if I lived in such a plaguey place, I'd cremate people.
It has to be the knife. It's in a bank vault. Just my luck. Looks like I need to find out
I'm
something.
just remembering that stupid comic, which is just like, oh my god, we should like cast immigrants and asylum seekers as thieving, disease-spreading rodents.
Yeah. Yeah, that analogy they were going for kind of fell apart on them a bit.
There's a part of me that wants to track it down and then send an anon to the person who wrote it going, you do realise that rodents steal food, right? And spread disease, shit all over your stuff, whereas cats prevent them from doing this? So you've basically got this backwards.
I seem to remember we can't go that way.
See? I said it. I'm scared. Something's else.
I know that I can steal people's faces games. I've been doing it for like this entire mission.
Yeah, it's like all he fucking does.
I love face stealing. John Travolta is my idol. Was John Travolta the good or bad guy in that? It's impossible. Does anyone even know?
He's the good guy, but he ends up in Nicolas Cage, who's the bad guy, and I think he spends most of the film as Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Doesn't he end up adopting the bad guy's child at the end, and that's like masquerading as his father? Face Off is a fucked up film.
He's not masquerading as his father when he adopts him.
It looks like we didn't... it's funny because people saw him get knocked out.
A lifetime ago, I felt the power of the void through Dowd. All of us who were close to him could do unnatural things. Move from rooftop to rooftop in the blink of an eye. Fall on our enemies and slit their throats, like shadows sharpened to a fine edge. I made Dunwall bleed for all it had done to me, to the ones I loved. Now the outsider has given that back, for reasons I don't understand. But it feels good. We killed so many rich bastards who thought nothing of hurting us. It felt like justice. Is the outsider to blame for what we did? Does corruption come from the void, or from our own hearts? Witches and charlatans wearing necklaces of fingers and teeth. Cities sliding into chaos. Now the eyeless peddle black magic in the streets while their leaders keep even more dangerous secrets locked away. They've got a relic that turned a boy into a god centuries ago. A knife that might be the only way to destroy that god. The outsider knows I intend to steal it. Does he know what else I intend to do? You gave me this for luck, my sweet Deirdre. I don't know if it's ever worked that way, but maybe it will this time. I'm ready to rob the bank.
So Deirdre's your girlfriend.
I think Deirdre's her girlfriend, or was her girlfriend. I'm not sure if they're together anymore.
I'm presuming Deirdre's dead, to be honest.
Yeah.
It didn't kill him before. It made him into a god.
Then it can unmake him.
That is terrible logic, Dowd.
The void.
The bank is owned and managed by Dolores Michaels. I've cased the place and talked to some people, and there are a few ways inside. Others have tried and failed to rob it before.
They didn't have the focus we do. We're not after coin. How do you plan to get inside?
There are 3 possible ways. The roof, the trash disposal, and the sewers. All of them might work. Once I'm in, I need to find the vault. The knife must be in there.
The security in the bank will be high. What have you learned?
Not much. Guards, clockwork soldiers, and a lot of locked doors that can only be opened remotely. And that's all before I'd reach the vault itself.
There's an intake port on the roof that leads to the bank's ventilation system. If you find enough loudon, most of the bank's security will be days before you even get inside.
There was a pharmacy in the district, but it's been seized by the bank. I'll see what I can find.
I know how resourceful you can be. These keys you found with the eyeless leaders will lead you to whatever holds the knife.
No, there's one thing that annoys
Also
me.
need the bank manager's
It's
key.
when people
Deal
see
with her
characters
how
and
you see
things
fit.
who are
I'm ready.
technically disabled, but through the intervention of magical technology aren't functionally disabled, and go, look, this is disabled representation. Yeah, last time I checked, people with one arm in real life don't have magical arm replacements that make it like they have real arms.
Yeah, like,
That character's not disabled.
Way or another.
Not in any realistic way.
yeah, like, it's not really disabled representation if, like, they're missing an arm, that they have a magical super arm which can do everything regular arms do and more. Because
Yeah, that's
real life
part of the
disabled
problem I
people don't
have.
get that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I see people go, oh, but Long John Silver in Treasure Planet, he's great disabled representation. Last time I checked, look, mate, he's more able than I am. I don't have a fucking drill in my hand.
I do.
The bad
Yeah.
guy in Enter the Dragon. Now that's proper disabled representation. Yeah, sure, he has prosthetic hands, and some of them are knives, but he can't like also use that as a hand whilst he's got the knife on. In fact, he can't even use it as a hand when he has a hand on.
Yeah, like, it's not disabled representation unless it actually affects their lives in a way that someone in the real world would have their lives affected by it. So, like, someone who is disabled, who is missing his hands and has replaced them with knives, well, I mean, you can do that in the real world.
I would accept your life is negatively affected, not in a realistic way, but still in a way that negatively affects your life way.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes
I could go
sense.
for
Like,
that.
there has to be, you have to be disabled. You can't be more abled.
Yeah, I'd also accept people who are disabled and they have some kind of magical ability that cancels out a lot of the problems of their disability, but they are still missing things. Like, I'm thinking of Toph in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, she can find her way around so long as her feet are touching the ground. And she can fight effectively, but she still can't read or see
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, that's Daredevil's also a really good example of this. I mean, he has superpowers and he can move around like a sighted person can just fine, but he doesn't know what colours look like. Well, he knows what colours look like. He remembers what they look like. He wasn't always blind, but like if you show him a photo, he's fucked.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what one guy does in one of the Daredevil comics. He shows him a picture and he asks him who that picture is of, and he says, "Oh, you'll stop wasting my time." He can read like printed things, but he can't like read what's on a screen
Yeah.
because there's nothing for his fingers to feel. Also, the thing is, like reading embossed text just by touch is actually really fucking hard. This is why Braille exists in the first place. People have been trying to find an effective method for blind people to read for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you know how Louis Braille came up with the idea?
How?
He took it from a pre-existing thing that the French military used to do.
Oh, that's cool.
Only that was based on sounds, not letters.
Actually, that reminds me, Wolfie can probably read embossed text. Like, take him a while. But his
Yeah, 'cause
sense
he's
of
got to
touch
figure out
is
what the fuck it
sensitive
says.
enough. Yeah.
No,
Like, he can feel
no.
a shape.
I could read embossed text.
Regular text.
Thank you. Printed text.
Printed text.
They tried all kinds of things. They tried just embossed text, but you can't tell the difference between, say, an O and a Q. Like, it takes so long to be able to tell the difference between some letters that you functionally can't read. It's just single letter recognition. By the time you figured out that that's a Q and not an O, you've forgotten what you were reading about. They tried, I think what they were trying to do for the longest time was making pre-existing letters readable by touch. They had pins, I think. There was one thing they did where it was letters, but it was all written out in pins. Yeah, no one liked that one.
I took over the shop recently. The previous owner had an... Greetings. I provide only the finest service with absolute discretion.
Now, I think this lady sells laudanum. And we don't have enough money for it.
What is
we need it,
laudanum?
though. It's poppy extract.
Next time, you'll spot something.
Oh, so it's just opiates.
Yeah, basically. I need money.
Are you telling me in all
to...
those in Amnesia the Dark Descent you've just been taking a fucking load of heroin?
Yeah, basically. Where the hell am I going to get... Okay, we're going to have to do this the awkward way. By going to a
I know
pharmacy.
what you were doing seemed pretty awkward.
What, buying laudanum? Oh no, I was trying to see if that vent would get me inside her shop so that I could just steal shit from her.
Yeah, that conversation we were having about if you give your disabled characters prosthetics that make them more able than if they just had the fucking limb, they have ceased to be disabled, and this is shitty representation. Isn't this like basically the same argument we all had when they tested Oscar Pistorius with his cool spring legs, and it turned out they made it easier for him to run faster than somebody who actually had feet?
Yeah, there was some
Yeah, he wasn't better
controversy
than
of
them.
that.
He just had fancy feet. If you replaced Usain Bolt's feet with springs, I'm pretty sure he'd run even fucking faster than he does now.
Death of the Outsider. How to rob black market. Because I think we'll be able to get that laudanum if we do.
I suppose the thing is, like, if you've got the cool springy feet and you're a sprinter, yeah, that makes you really good at sprinting, but yeah, also, you don't have feet. But the kind of shit we're talking about is people have magical feet where they can basically still feel everything, and they have the springy coolness of it.
I've changed the security system. Don't worry. Everything's perfectly safe and under control now.
Because let's be honest, having feet is still preferable.
It is. I love feet.
I mean, if you've got cool springs for feet, then you can't date foot fetishists.
Well, you can date spring fetishists.
Well, I suppose you could date a foot fetishist, but you'd always be worried that their eyes are going to be, you know, drifting off to other people's feet.
Yeah. Apparently there's no way to rob the black market in this chapter. So... there's no way I'm going to be able to get 400 gold on the fly, so let's buy some stuff instead and then go to this pharmacy.
I'm certain you'll be satisfied with your purchase. An excellent choice. Do find us again.
That dress looks awful.
Listen, she's a black market dealer, not a style icon.
No. She looked fine. No, this dress. It looks like something that, like, a medieval jester's middle-aged mum would wear.
That is harsh.
Look at it.
Let me just get somewhere safe. It ain't safe on the ground. The floor is made of suspicion.
Oh, hang on. It could be worse.
That is a dressing gown.
Yeah, but do you like my description of it? Do you think it's accurate?
Yeah, it's accurate.
It could be worse. It could be this dress. Which is just straight up ugly.
Yeah, I would not be caught dead in that dress.
Yeah.
If I die, don't put me in that dress. I'm warning you. It is still
I'm
this
not
one
gonna
stuff.
put you in that dress. I might put you in the first dress, but I'm not putting you in that dress. I put you in the first dress because that dress looks warm and it's a long and cold road to the afterlife. I'd also give you trousers and a top, obviously. Basically, I'm just gonna give it to you as a cool jacket. Well, it's not a jacket. Coat, I guess.
Bleed whale oil from a bone. Tell your trustees that.
I'm not from the Bay. I saw that your father's pharmacy closed. Do you know where else I can find laudanum?
Yes, the auction house. My father used to distill laudanum by hand from a secret family recipe. Poppy
You can't bleed whale oil from a bone. Do you mean you can't get blood from a stone?
Can't bleed whale oil from a bone.
Yeah, they do have stones in this universe. This weird, different thing doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Do you know anything?
His body was completely drained of blood when the Grand Guard found him. I've no idea why anyone would want to hurt father. Anyway, the auction's today. You better hurry.
Oh, vampires.
Wear a hat or something. The guards won't let you in looking like that.
Oh no, that cult got him.
Okay, we're going to do something really assholey to this poor woman who has lost her father. Not just yet. But face stealing is in her future.
Are you capable of playing this game without stealing faces anymore?
Well, it sounds like you think I have a face stealing problem. I'm not addicted to stealing people's faces.
Okay, then don't steal that woman's face.
Speaking of how I'm not addicted to stealing people's faces, maybe you should visit Leicester sometime. There's something I want to ask you for.
Is it my face? Let's be glad you live on the other side of the sea. You can't get your face glowy.
Now I'll just meander into this here auction. La da da. Oh shit, everyone saw us.
Okay, you stole that person's face for nothing.
Well, no, it got us inside, didn't it?
Yeah, and now you've just left.
Yeah, but we've got the tincture now. We got what we came for.
But was it worth it?
I think so, yes. I'm sure she would agree, because we're getting revenge on her father's killers.
I think she would have preferred you do that without taking her face.
Well... I'd love to be the Queen of Sheba. We don't always get everything we want, do we?
Yeah, but the thing about you being the Queen of Sheba is that A, you're a man, and B, I'm not really sure Sheba exists much as a place anymore. At least not as a kingdom capable of having a queen. Whereas you not stealing her face is kind of the default.
Listen, I need her face to get into... Well, no, I needed her face to get this poppy tincture, so I could get into this bank vote. It's for a good cause.
You could have just saved up for it.
I'd have to go around and find 400 gold's worth of coins.
You just steal like 5 bits of bath salts. That stuff's well overpriced.
Okay. Air ducts. It's honest, it's not like you can say you've never stolen anyone's face.
When was the last time I did that?
He stole Jack's face for one time. And he was trying to scream, but he couldn't, because he didn't have a mouth.
I didn't take his face, that was you. You just gave his face to me because you misunderstood when I said that I liked his face.
It was a thoughtful gift.
I said I like his face because I wanted to look at his face.
Yeah, and now you could do it anytime you want from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, I had to give it back. Do you have any idea how fucking embarrassing that was? Also, I could have done it from the comfort of my own home if you just invited him round like a normal person.
Yeah, the inviting people around is awkward. I do have that dog bone charm, don't I?
Where are all the cats?
Not being employed by the city guard.
It's this is a city, you'd expect more cats.
Especially given the rat plague, actually. Like,
And the difference between our universe and this one is that this universe doesn't have fucking domesticated cats. Well, apparently most scientists don't really think cats are fully domesticated.
no, they're definitely not.
Good evening, Michael's deposited loan. I'm here to make a withdrawal.
How can you judge that though? I mean, is this in comparison to dogs? That's a bit of a high bar, if you ask me.
It is a bit.
They're a special case.
I wish these dogs would stop moving so I could shoot them. Thank you.
Oh, I get it.
Hmm.
Oh, somebody's just like, what? And I'm like, oh, I get it.
What are they like? What about?
Oh, somebody sent an anon to Sims Dominion going, no one will pay for this. Don't know why you want to charge people. It's also against the law to do this. It's a shame people want this hair but don't want to spend $5. Sorry for your loss.
Okay.
They just reblogged somebody else's hair and it's a Patreon exclusive at the $5 tier. That's what the anon's talking about.
Oh. God-chan, will you come over here so I can shoot you in the face? Actually, I might not even shoot you in the face. I might just knock you out and steal your face.
Oh my god, stop! Just stop it with the face injuries!
That's right. Run into that hook mine. Please stop screaming.
You want to fuck his face up either way. I don't know whether it's just the way they've photographed these dresses, but all these velvet dresses themselves just looks awful.
Guards keep coming over.
See, I kind of like this one, but it probably because it looks really old ladyish. Also, actually on the close-up pictures, it also looks kind of crap. Maybe just velvet does not photograph that well.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Note to self, don't use a hook mine this time. God will just
Oh my god,
scream.
that looks absolutely horrendous.
Ooh.
I found another awful velvet dress. It looks like... it looks like she saw a drunk pirate cosplay and then decided, I'm gonna make that into a dress.
Oh God, if I ever wear that, steal my face so that no one knows it's me.
That's so bad, it's awful, I hate it. Oh, when's your next Danganronpa going up?
Should be tomorrow.
Cool.
Based on the characters you've seen so far, who do you think will be the first murderer and who do you think will be the first victim?
I suspect that tennis guy will definitely be like a suspect in the first murder.
Yeah, since he does openly admit that he killed someone once.
He's so cool.
I'm sure he's voiced by Gundam's voice actor.
God, the problem with this point is that there's so fucking many of them.
Yeah. And we know very little about them.
I don't know, I don't trust Cosplay Girl.
Yeah. Doubly so since she's cosplaying as Sayaka, I think. Hence the blue hair.
What if your theory that these are all just completely normal kids is right, and they've all just been made to think they're people who once actually existed?
Ooh, maybe.
Instead of being made up from whole cloth. So
That would make
the
sense.
ultimates they've been made to think they are the people who committed those horrendous crimes.
Yeah, that works. I don't really need these guys anymore, but it's fine. They can stay unconscious. Okay, everyone should be dazed because we've emptied a bunch of laudanum into the vents. So everyone should be high as fuck, basically.
I'm gonna lie, it's part of me that wants to play a bit of Dragon's Dogma while you're doing this.
Do not do this hateful thing.
I won't. I might play some Dragon's Dogma afterwards.
That's fine.
But I do want to watch Rankout's Bendy and the Ink Machine. I can't really do both at the same time.
If you toss up that Dragon's Dogma on Twitch, I might half watch along and be like, yeah, that's definitely one dogmatic dragon.
I need to stay quiet. They could still wake up if I make too much
I
noise.
don't understand what good boys game is.
should be able to open some doors from here.
Hey, broski. God, you haven't found a good angle to knock you out in a slightly more permanent fashion? Thank you. You are a good employee of this museum, even though you're probably going to be failing your weekly drugs test soon.
This is a bank.
Weekly drug test soon.
It actually
It's
makes
a
more
bank.
sense if it's a bank, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be failing that test, so I think they might let them off because you did drug them all against their will.
That I did.
I remember this one episode of CSI Miami where one of the CSIs, the blonde one, she failed a drugs test when she started acting really weird during an interview. But it turned out when she was doing some crime fighting, she was in this really dusty place full of like freshly cut tiles or whatever, and the tiles are actually made out of cocaine, and that's how she ended up getting drugged. Yeah, it's a good episode.
Nope. I didn't realise they were on separate circuits.
Well, he make the same mistake twice.
I will not.
Good. Whale oil tanks bounce around like buggery.
That must be the vault. It's some kind of fancy elevator.
There's clockwork soldiers around here and they fucking terrify me.
I need to find
Yeah, there's one.
that thing, one way or another.
I am just going to somewhat get above it.
I hate these things. Wires.
demonstration on the double. We have an uninvited guest.
I'll just let the Clockwork Soldier deal with them, because it can't tell friend from foe now. So it should kill them all.
Attention! Intruder in the vault atrium. All security personnel report to your assigned stations. Stay on and on guard.
Seems like such a fundamental design flaw. I don't understand why anybody buys these things.
Forced security.
You know, if
Also
you want a
going to-
really reliable and unbribable security force, why don't you hire rich people?
Rich people don't have 4 sword arms. It is their greatest failing.
No, I meant instead of poor people.
Oh. Poor people also don't have sword arms. It's their greatest failing. Okay, so now everybody who passes through that wall of light should die except me. Hey dude, I'm not going to kill you because I might need your face later. Don't need it just yet though.
Hey, wake up. I need you to let me in.
Outsider's eyes. And you know this is the job. He'd make me run the shop. May I have the code, please?
Oh, I need to find it.
At least I'm not the only one screwing up today. Check in with Chief Pena. He's in the archives running an inspection. Just, don't tell him about my lapse of attention.
Now, last I checked, that Clockwork Soldier I made go berserk was heading down towards the archives. So, either someone's managed to kill it by now, or there's probably going to be some dead bodies waiting for us down there. Hey there! Oh, no, it's here! it's just standing there. Okay. He seems fine. He's chilling. Okay, the Desert Clockwork Soldier has moved. I have no idea where he is. Oh, he's just
Well, that
here.
makes this whole section a lot more exciting.
He's still chilling out. It's fine. He's chilling like a villain.
Hey, let me in.
Stay right there. Security wants a word. Go D13D. Guards to security and administration on the double. We have an uninvited guest.
How the hell do you know that?
Go D13D.
Hey,
Guards to
let me
security
in.
and administration on the double. We have an... Stay right there. Security wants a word. Go D13D. Guards to security and administration on the double. We have...
Something gone wrong?
Seems that way.
Uninvited guest.
Maybe you would have gotten away with it if you told him the code just after you'd woken him up, but that I don't see how you'd know you needed it if you didn't do that.
No, I've done this before, and it's always been fine.
It's this hand glitch.
Might be. Saying we didn't get the authorization codes, but I'm fairly sure we did.
I saw you looking at the guy and then you just kind of walked away. So
Did I forget to get the authorization codes off
I
him?
think that you were looking at a guy unconscious beneath you and then you just kind of turned around and left. I was wondering why you did that. I thought you'd were gonna look for a different way.
I'm too old for this. Dishonored 2 is a young man's game.
By a young man, do you mean younger by as long as the last time you played it?
I doubt that time was done, yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what you did. You looked at him and then you left. Like, you never actually went down there.
Okay, we've got the codes now. Since no security guards actually came when that guy called for them, I'm assuming most of security is dead. What killed them? We may never know.
You can't take that guy through that wall of light.
I don't need to.
Why are you taking him with you then?
I need him for something else. Edwo.
Oh, good. I thought you had to go through the wall of life to get up there.
Requesting entry to the security office. Code B15D.
Right, oh, the old duck. Not to say air. I'm just a man whose intentions are good.
Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Dang, 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 dang. Seeing if there's anything in here that'd be useful.
Stay right there. Security wants a word.
Security always wants a word with me.
Security to vault control. Please investigate.
If you stop murdering people.
How dare you, I have killed nobody.
What about all those people who that clockwork soldier killed? You're culpable for their deaths, you know. I love it when you close a door and you get pulled back through the room.
All that security and I still got to you
There's a button on the door's desk, I think.
Oh. Like to keep your secrets right where you can see them, don't you, Dolores? The eyes know a way into the void. I need to find it. Cienfuegos sent Isla's documents to the Royal Conservatory. I need to find out what he knew. The conservatory is my next step. They won't know it's missing until it's too late.
I know, I think they might have an idea that it's missing, Billy. We've not exactly been subtle here.
You and I were both abandoned to uncertain futures on dangerous streets and taken in by murderers. Doubt spared your life all those years ago, but I was taught a lesson that you still haven't learned. Someone will stay with you, even in the void.
Give it to me. I don't have time for this.
Time repeats the same unending patterns. 4,000 years ago, this knife cut my name away. Forgotten forever. You know what it's like to lose one name and live with another. We are all made by the things that are taken from us.
I've seen the people you twisted.
Why would he give you the knife? You want to kill him?
You know. You know I'm coming.
He hopes, and we're not going to do this because it's actually too... I've never figured out how to do this, or other people have. That will find his name and give it back to him, and he'll stop being the outsider. We're not going to do that, we're just going to murder him.
Why are you talking to me now?
I'm here because you are different.
It's pretty awkward to find out his name. You have to be a lot better at stealthing than I am.
What does the outsider want from me? Is he really gone? I have the knife. I need to get back to the dreadful will.
Now, how much of this DLC is there left?
There's 2 missions after this one. They're both shorter than this one.
Okay. I'm only asking because I'm getting kind of tired. I think I might be coming down with a cold.
That is well harsh. If you think you're coming down with a cold, now is the time to start taking like vitamin C and zinc and echinacea and antihistamines. If you take them before the symptoms start properly, they're that much more effective.
Does vitamin C even do anything for colds? I heard it didn't.
I think the NHS's stance is that it does shit for colds if you start taking it before the symptoms set in properly.
The streets should be crawling with guards by now. Nothing I can't handle.
Let's see. What was it?
To a dreadful well. Where everybody knows your name. We killed 17 people.
I watched the fires burn all night. Smoke blocking out the stars. Water hissing as the hull of my old ship blackened around his body. Dow, gone at last. How many tried to kill you and came no closer than I did all those years ago? How much coin was on your head, old man? Now no one but the Void can collect. For years, I imagined the outsider offering me his mark. Instead, he's given me the knife that made him. A weapon that can surely unmake him as well. I can't begin to understand his motives, but I know what Dowd wanted. And if he's got to wander the Void forever, maybe I can give him some measure of peace by ending this. As the dreadful whale burned to cinders, did the outsider laugh or just watch? Same as me. It's as fine a pyre as I could make. Farewell, Dowd. I'll finish what you started. I had that ship for years, and it burned away in hours. Dowd is dead, and Megan Foster died with him. One of the eyeless, a painter and pharmacist, stole information about how to enter the void. His name was Cienfuegos, and he was obsessed, just like the rest of them. But he went too far. Before the eyeless killed him, he sent what he'd stolen to the curator of the Royal Conservatory. Maybe she could have helped him. He never found that out. The curator is gone, but whatever Cienfuegos sent her is still there. The Abbey of the Everyman has taken over. They've sent overseers and oracular sisters to search the place for heresy. I need to find whatever's left of the pharmacist's archive before they tear the conservatory apart.
Okay.
Fine day's work, brother. We need only record the correct text we burned today, and our task is complete. Now, where's that ledger? Here, on the bench. But don't worry, I already put it all over the burned book. We should see if Sister Rose would need the handle.
There's nothing I can save from that fire. It's all ashes. I need to check that ledger and see if what I want is still here.
Okay, I just want to put the top of this fucking window near the top of the screen. You don't have to automatically maximise it, you know. You know you think you're being helpful, computer, but you're actually not.
Sister Roseman is keeping documents in the curator's office. I need to find them.
There's someone there.
Supplies. It's all yours. Enjoy. Nice doing business with you. Come back next time you need something.
The streets are closed on Abbey orders.
I don't know, but I saw her crawl out of that open hatch in the courtyard.
Why don't people question you for having your weapon out all the fucking time more?
Yeah, Well, usually it's because I'm disguised as a guard, and that's just normal.
You're so dead.
Okay, that was a bit less elegant than I would have liked.
What was that like? That's not natural. Keep trying. Come at me. Revenge. Accept your fate, miscreant. I'll stand against the faithless any day. Or the army. I'll perform rites over your corpse, blast. History of torture devices and methods. That might be useful. I'll read it later.
The kidneys are not a romantic organ.
I mean, they're a little romantic.
Only if you're into water sports.
That's well harsh.
I should change the thing. No, I don't really want it to be anything more dramatic than kidneys. Like maybe Jennifer's uncle's heart was going? No.
Heart
seems a
is
bit...
the go-to one, I suppose.
Yeah, but...
I mean,
I'd also
losing your
kinda
kidneys
like
is pretty
it if-
deadly.
Yeah, but I kind of like the idea that the person he got the kidney from is still alive.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
So if Tegwin's like, yes, but a man had to die for your uncle to live, and he's just like, oh, no, his organ donor's still totally alive. Kidneys are one of those you can go, like, you only need one, so some people just, like, hand their kidneys over to others who need them. They're great, those people.
So Wolfie's just like, we call them kidney mongers.
We don't call them kidney mongers, Wolfie, Jennifer replies. Stop silly faces.
I'm making a daisy chain of people's faces to get to where I need to go. You know what I say, if you don't want your face stolen, don't ever be alone. Nope, nope. Oh, Billy, you weren't meant to do that.
Focus on the task at hand, sister. Ours is important work. We all bear the burden of the Abbey's future.
Could you go somewhere so that... Thank you. I don't mean to be rude. It's just... Oh. There you are. This is a problem. Okay, could have gone better.
Take a look at this with a silvergraph projector. If the oracular order really can see the future, then the silvergraph plume will tell me what I need to know. here.
Not a problem. The roots of heresy run rampant in here. The High Overseer will want a thorough inventory of every profane item.
Can't believe they haven't noticed this yet.
There shouldn't be anything in this part of the mountain. Shindere North Quad. That's where the islets are getting into the void. I should keep the silvergraph plate with me.
Nothing to see here, dude. Killed 11 people. Oh, you were detected 21 times. On to the final mission.
Hey.
Whoa.
There's a darkness at the center of all things. It'll change you if you think about it too much, but it's always there. It waits for you. When I was in hiding, I tried to forget everything that I was. Now I aim to keep my promise to a dead man, someone who meant the world to me. Sometimes I still hear Dowd's voice echoing through the metal of this miserable knife. This is the strangest, most important thing I've been through, and that's saying a lot. There's a mining complex on Shindere Peak. Somehow so obscure that most people don't believe it exists. That mad cult lives there, protecting the one place that can bring me face to face with the outsider himself. Years ago, I heard Dowd talking about the void. A fear that grips your throat, bends your spine, but I can't turn away now. What will we have left if the outsider's gone? His name might be lost to the void. But tonight, I'll find out if he can still bleed. This is the place. Shindere North Quarry. It shouldn't exist, but from what I can see, this place is real. At least for now.
Here, the void is closest to the surface of reality, breaking through and spilling out all the fear and power the Abbey of the Everyman tries to hide. You have uncovered more than most. What you do now will change the world.
You again. You know, I used to wonder if you'd speak to me. I almost wanted it. Every street kid, every desperate wretch pushed to the edge. They all wanted you to speak to them. Why didn't you? Why me, now? You know what whole thing is. You and this disgusting cult.
People have come to this place for centuries wanting many things. To elude death, to seek forbidden knowledge. They are never satisfied no matter how much they take. Not even the dead find peace here. You will find another relic of the cult's heart. A piece of whatever god came before my time. You will find the people who murdered me. When I knew them, they had names and ambitions. Now, they wander this place. Their minds snared up with terrible secrets, keeping hidden the unspeakable ritual that made me what I am. Deep in the void, they put a knife to my throat and tore my name away. You have found the knife. Maybe you can find my name in the black viscera of this place. If you care to look.
Why are you telling me this? What do you want?
We both know how a mob can justify a murder to themselves. Who I was or what I wanted never mattered to the cultists here. I will not speak to you again. The next time we meet, you will be face to face with what was done to me all those years ago. Your mind echoes with everything that Dowd wants you to do. But I am here to say that you have a choice, Billy Lurk.
Stealth.
Where is everyone? I hate this place already.
Where's the heart? I was just feeding the rats and talking to them, like the lonely rat boy from the story.
You're not in the story. The void needs you.
I don't want to go to the void anymore. I've seen what happens. The stone grips more than your body. It takes over your mind and heart.
This is our purpose, Hunter. This is why we're here. Don't fight the influence of the endless and empty.
I don't want to. I'm scared. I don't want to become like them.
Don't worry.
why they were walking
Bone charm. I am skilled at this game. Hang on.
So very skillful.
I do not feel like going and finding the code, so I'm just going to look it up. Hope it's not one of those randomized codes. I agree. I have to go find it.
is that thing? Ah, it makes my eye burn.
suppose you could rename this mission as pissing about in a warehouse.
Couldn't all, isn't it though? I see Glenn has challenged PewDiePie to a fight. Hoomst will win.
What?
Hoomst will win.
I'm confused now.
He sent me a message being like, I'm on a road today, I uploaded 2 videos, come at me PewDiePie.
Glenn.
It's so tempting to reply with, I believe you can beat PewDiePie in a fist fight.
Well, if there's anyone on the internet who deserves to be repeatedly punched in the face, it's probably PewDiePie.
Muskets at dawn!
I don't think anybody ever actually did that. Pistols, yes. Muskets, no.
No, PewDiePie's always loved being a trendsetter. Let's make it hardly long.
May.
Anyone else? Didn't think so. Always believing your soul.
You've got the power to know you're indestructible.
Always
believing. He's like trying to harmonise, and you're just like, fuck that noise. Audio garbage. That's what we're going for.
Four people here. I have just foregone subtlety altogether here. But let's face it, nobody's going to miss Like these crazy cultists with their, what was that, white velvet? White velvet outfits. They are not aesthetic. You know? You know.
Do I though?
You know. Also, look at where they live. It ain't half horrible.
Do they live here or are they just working here?
I think they live here.
Witness by stone, Mosaku posits vision can see us, but speak. They have locked their matters to party when they lock the door.
Discontent with illusions only you see truth. Let us remember and the importance of our religion. Thousands of years ago, we took a wretched street, beaten and discarded, blowing upon the embers we found there, set alight the fires of divinity at the very created the outsider himself, fellow seekers. A face instead of the endless glow. Black eyes now light malevolent intimacy. A voice speaking to something over which otherwise would be the howling of fire, of nothing. And now he sleeps in a ritual home, held in the passion with the void itself. And he will sleep forever, for that is our charge. For without the outsider, the void would hunger and roil, and the world itself would shudder. No! Is she dead? I know you're here somewhere, and I'm going to find you. By the eye.
I'm going to have a look around. Let's see what you with a shadow of an arm. Shouldn't have come here. You're bleeding to death. Let me watch this. Describe what you see. By stone, Mosaku posits that envisioned can see us, but choose not to speak.
Thousands of years ago, we took a wretch from the streets, beaten and discarded, and playing upon the embers we found there, we set alight the fires of divinities at the very heart of religion. Translation. We created the outsider himself, fellow seekers. A face instead of the endless glow. Black eyes rather than that malevolent emptiness of chaos. A voice speaking to some fear over which otherwise would be the hum of nothing.
Can't decide whether or not, or how grumpy varying elves are going to be with Jenny's whole referring to Fenharel as the big bad wolf.
Probably fairly grumpy.
I can't decide whether Solus is going to find it funny or not. Ooh, I'm so scared of a guy who can't take down 3 pigs. It's not a literal wolf. I get that, but at the same time, I'm not scared of the big bad wolf. All it takes is one dude with an axe and he's fucked. It's great. these people are horrifically impractical.
They are rather. Take a pistol. Okay, I think like the more of these cultists we take out here, the easier it will be to get the non-lethal ending. So we may have a run at that.
Is she dead? Do you fear death so much, coward?
What the fuck happened to that woman?
Might have used a sword beam to throw her.
I don't get it, there's a rope right there, why can't you just climb it?
Climbing ropes is for serfs.
Oh my god, are you getting injured from being on those candles?
Yeah.
That's so pathetic.
It's cold. Dead. But it still sees.
Okay, so with everyone dead, we should only have to avoid the envisioned.
They killed off half the gay couple. It's historically accurate, but still I'm mad. It's just the problem with history. It actually happened, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Is that the mark of the outsider? This one was obsessed like all
Comes
the
across as
rest.
churlish to be mad, if you ask me.
It does, rather.
Safe might have something to do with
I
those
mean, if it's
Also,
historically
if
accurate.
you mean Alfred, as in Alfred? Hang on, I wasn't really paying attention because I don't really care.
Still don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh no, it was Alfred. I thought it was Albert for a second. I was a bit confused. But no, yeah, it's Shirley. It's Victoria, that TV program. Sorry,
Okay.
Alfred and Albert are very similar names, so I was a bit confused about the entire thing.
Mm. PLD's code. And it's 962. Don't want to spend more time here than necessary in case we envisioned figure out I'm here. Scripted on the flesh for those few who encounter the outsider. It's his name. Return to him. The old ritual to fond we envisioned years ago would be undone. Ancient language tantalizes him. Need a spirit to read it.
The mark is the outsider's name. And this says only spirits in the void can read it.
Certainly Italians and make cracks. If you didn't know any better, you'd think that the Avalonian tourist board was slipping J.R.R. Tolkien 20s to make elves look good.
Run. I envisioned. Please stop teleporting after me. Who do you think you are, Ganondorf? Here, pass this photo shoot set. Jump. Run.
He's here. I can feel it.
What's inside the walls? The void is stripping it away.
Look at you. This is what the Abbey tried to hide. This is what the Eyeless want to know about. I'm at the center of the void itself. And you're not even some kind of horror I need to face down and fight. You're at my mercy. But you've always been at the mercy of bad people, haven't you? You said I had a choice. Well, I'm here to make it. You don't deserve this. No one deserves this. I won't let the world turn on someone's suffering. Dad? Why are you here? What are you?
Look at us. Trapped here. In eternity on a butcher's block. Waiting for the knife to fall. There's nothing left of me but this.
Dad, I'm here. Look at me.
I know that name. I know you. There was blood. And masks and blades raised. Billy Lurk. I even remember when you hated me. And now you followed me into the void itself. You brought the knife. I can't hurt him. There's nothing I can do. Only you can kill him. How long have I waited here?
Too long.
There he is. The outsider. All this time dreaming in the void. I wonder if he dreamed about this moment. Go finish it. End his miserable life.
He almost looks like he's in pain. Is this really what you want? Is this really what he deserves?
You know how this ends, Billy.
I found another way. The outsider lived and breathed once. He spent his days on the streets of some forgotten city. These cultists took everything away from him. Even his name. But I know what it is. His name is the Mark. Only the dead can read it. If we give that back to him, he'll be free. He'll live out the rest of his days as a man like any other.
The Mark? No. You're here to kill him. You can't ask me to do this, Billy. Not after everyone he's hurt. Not after everything we've done.
Why is he to blame for what we did? He gave us a way to fight back. He never lied to us about what we might become.
You know what I became. We looked down on Dunwall as if we owned it. As if we could drown it in blood. Wow. He knew we'd turn into monsters like him.
But you didn't have to.
He always knew.
Yeah.
And Billy, he can't do anything but harm.
Like, he really could have just been the fastest milk man in the West.
I saw the cult who hurt him. He died once at their hands. Look at him. This wasn't his choice. He never asked for this power.
Let him end it. Put him out of his misery if you pity him. It's a better future than anything that might wait for him out there.
But does he have to die? Years ago, I did something terrible to you. I didn't deserve to live. But you let me walk away. You gave me a chance. Let him live, Dad. Let him have the life he lost. Like you did for me.
When you left Dunwall, I hoped you could live a better life without me. That your future wouldn't be killing for coin. Until someone came to betray you. Forgiveness is a rare thing in this world, Billy. You're better than I was. Billy. For the last time.
I can taste blood in my mouth. I can hear Doubt's voice in my ear. You have done something impossible.
We let you live. I can take you out of here.
These eyes were closed for centuries. And I saw everything. Down here, I walked through the minds of generations. And now,
You're free.
Your hands look really weird.
Johnny McFable hands.
I can't take back what was done to you all those years ago. No more than I can take back what was done to me. But now you have a chance to be something new. To be something better. It must be strange knowing what you know. Seeing with old eyes all the secrets of the world. We've both seen the worst in people's hearts. But in the end, I gave Dowd peace. And maybe you can find some too. There's so much doubt. But there are some things I know are true. The outsider is no more. And with that, the world will change in ways none of us can know. But the void is still there. Echoing just beyond what you can see. And there's no one left to say who will and won't be touched by its magic.
Okay, that is Dishonored 2 Death of the Outsider. The whole thing. I'm probably going to be back next weekend, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday, probably Saturday, to do Shadow of Mordor. No, Shadow of War. Shadow of War.
Will we make lots of Taggart jokes?
Yes, we can. I don't know if you're planning on streaming anytime, VC?
Yeah, probably. Sometime during the week. Maybe Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday works for me. Hopefully, you don't have a cold. If you do, you probably caught it from me, so sorry. Megasoz.
You bloody well better be, matey.
Megasoz. Okay, so like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. It's good night from VC Plays Some Games.
It's good night from him.
Ha! This time you said it wrong! I'm victorious!
Yeah, except that I'm supposed to...
No, I'm victorious! I would do a phone of bones and vein over YouTube.